Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and we begin this meditation, I just want to let you know that there is a person contacting you guys and impersonating me. That's the word, impersonating me in the description box below. They are soliciting you for readings, and they are, going right now by the email address daneharttarot@yahoo.com. That person is not me. That person is a scam. They're just scamming you. So don't click on it. I would never solicit you for readings. So I'm actually closed to private readings. So just don't click. All right. And with that said, let us clear the negative energy, raising our own energy vibration, and just releasing anything that is holding us back and weighing us down. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. So let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Libra, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me, this one definitely wants to be seen. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Libra, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we start here with relationships, the Sacral Chakra, absolutely beautiful. Then we have communication, the Throat Chakra. And then we have the I Am Presence, the Crown Chakra, which is my absolutely favorite card. My absolute favorite card. Now, the left-hand side here is the inner self. The middle is the heart, the emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. These cards, before I even turn them over, these cards are a bit different than your regular tarot deck, and they are very connected with ancestral power, with the earth, with spirituality, and they just absolutely are exquisite, especially for the start of this new year. And I feel such a beautiful bond with them because they make me think of my grandma who passed when I was younger. And the person who created them, her name is Phyllis, and that was my grandma's name. So let's see what the cards have to say. So let's see here with the inner self. We have the moon. Oh, and the major arcana is not the same as the major arcana in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I'm not going to be equating them back to the zodiac as I usually do. That will be done with the deck that we use to go deeper with. So you have the moon, you have the Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles, you have the star, and you have the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles. You have the Priestess, crowning your heart. You have the Nine of Water, the Nine of Cups. You have the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. I love that, those gifts within your heart and the High Priestess and the Priestess here taking them. You have your ancestral power coming through. Oh, that's exquisite here, Libra. You have the Five of Water, which is a heartbreaking card. You have the Three of Fire, and you have Offering. Okay, so you have the repeat of the number 5. That is a sense of freedom, but this is also a sense of something momentous, portentous coming forward. There is a repeat of the number 3 here, and that is a sense of divinity really being with you. There are such powerful gifts coming into the heart, and there is such a transformative and exquisite way that you're moving forward in the public arena. But there is a release of something, and there can also be a sense of kind of being a little bit more in tune with how things could go wrong, or the way things, could not go right. So again, how things could go wrong that you could be focusing on. And Spirit is saying here, don't let that be the focal point, because that can take away, and it really can. It can take away the beauty of this time. And Spirit doesn't want that for you, most definitely. Now let's look at the people who will be aiding you during this time. Who are the people who will be aiding Libra? January 1st to the 15th, 2021 Libra. Who are the people who will be aiding Libra? January 1st to the 15th, 2021 Libra. Who are the people who will be aiding Libra? January 1st to the 15th, 2021 Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we start off here with the Queen of Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is also somebody who you very much resonate with, but do be mindful, because you are going to be connecting with people in such a deep way, and you are healing relationships, especially with ancestral power coming forward. So even though this person might not be an air sign that you're connecting with the Queen of Air, be cautious of people who you think, oh my gosh, I have this instant connection with them, or we're just so on the same wavelength, that it seems like, because it seems here that there are going to be people who kind of trick you, that you think, oh my gosh, they're absolutely in alignment with me, and they're not. So just be mindful of that right here. I know that's a warning, and we get to that later on with the cards, but it's just coming out very powerfully here, because this is a person who inspires you, that speaks their mind and knows their truth and is very much a warrior. And you're stepping into that warrior presence within your life right now. And it's kind of like, I know my truth, I know the way that I'm moving forward, but there is this balance between knowing your truth and thinking, I'm going to prove everybody wrong, or there's something here that you're fighting against. And Spirit is saying, don't fight. Like, don't fight, let things become. And if you see here, the air card, she's being blown back by the wind, by the air. And when I first saw this card, I thought, oh, how snobby she is. But then I was outside one day and I was sitting and the wind blew and I sat back in the chair and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what she's doing. And so this is a sense of being so in your element, so in your power, that you can find it to be off-putting first when you first meet this person. It's like, I'm not ready for this. Their energy, though it calls to me, is so profoundly and inexplicably them that it can be off-putting. So this is a person who knows their truth, who is moving forward in their truth, but it can be a bit intense at times. So just know that. But you are going to be inspired by them through words, through music, through talking. This could be just a person that, you have a cup of tea with, or whatever you like to drink, and you have this brilliant conversation with. Or they open your mind up to ideas, and you're just sitting down and you think, I'm just going to listen to this, and all of a sudden it becomes so much more profound than you thought it was going to be. Then we have justice. We have you, Libra, coming in. You can be your greatest ally during this time. You can also be somebody who kind of trips you up. And I see that with the Five of Earth and the Five of water, of cups here. That it can be like there's this beauty coming forward, there's this way, but then there's going to be almost a sense of lack, this pauper's mentality. And this is what you're going to be battling against during this time as you move forward. It's like, no, I am worthy of the prosperity coming in. I am worthy of the balance and the justice. And the justice isn't saying, you have to be kind to everybody and you have to be, everything to everyone. Though, kindness matters. It means being discerning and saying, I can be kind, I can be respectful, but I don't have to let everybody into my inner circle, and I don't have to sacrifice myself for other people. And there's a sense of love and peace that you need to be harnessing during this time. You can also meet up with another Libra energy that just brings you into balance. You just sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, that's it, isn't it? That's the truth. That's the understanding. And then you have the Princess of Swords. This is all, around your energy. This is all around air sign energy, thoughts and ideas, new thoughts, new ideas, new ways forwards, things you hadn't realized, things you hadn't thought about to start coming your way. And you're like, why not? Why not? And there are doors that are open. And this person, that's kind of their mantra. It's like, why not? People will say why, and they will say why not. If it comes from a place of love, if it comes from a place of inquisitiveness, if it comes from a place of greater understanding, why not? And that's going to be a really powerful way for you to move forward, because you're strengthening your relationships here with your sacral chakra. You are seeing a lot of hardships, a lot of pains, a lot of disappointments around relationships. You're looking at it dead in the eye, because the sacral chakra is where we hold a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives. It's also our sexual energy. And so here with relationships, it's healing. It's healing what we've inherited through our DNA line. It's healing what we've inherited through our past life self. And it's finding that beauty. It's finding that understanding. It's gaining that graceful reasoning with the power of relationships and the beauty of the heart and the understanding of the self. And so here with the sacral chakra, you are going to find that you're kind of looking at, for a lot of people, you're looking at your parents' relationships, or you're looking at past relationships, and you're seeing where things have fallen apart, or you're seeing, a sense of, well, we just don't get to be happy, or we just have to settle. And, it's kind of like, just kind of make the best out of what you have type of thing. And you could have been told that by whomever raised you, or by what you've seen, and you're trying. But there's a need for authenticity within the relationships that you have, within your life, within yourself, within the way that you move forward, the trust that is around you. And you start to heal it, because you start to see your power and your understanding. And Libra, that's such a beautiful thing for you, because you're all about relationships. You're all about the balance and the justice within relationships, that discernment of energy, that powerful understanding. And you're really finding it within you. This is a you-centric time. And it doesn't mean that, you walk around kind of like self-absorbed, kind of like a teenager kind of thing. It's kind of like, oh, the world is all about me, or like a little kid, the world is all about you. You're looking at things, and you're looking at things honestly through your emotions and through your feelings and through your love and through your understanding. And you're building that beauty within your relationship with yourself, in what you want. And you're releasing so much of the pain and so much of the sorrow, because you're naming it, you're looking at it, and you're saying, why are you here? You're getting curious with the emotions that you have around you, because a lot of times we hold things, and we have this part of ourselves, and it becomes our protector. And it says, well, I'm your failed relationships, or I'm the heartbreak you witnessed as a child, and I'm not going to let you go through that because it hurt you so much, because you are so sensitive. And it's not sensitive in a bad way. I know we use the word sensitive as very bad these days, but it's a very beautiful thing to be in tune with other people's feelings. It's a very beautiful thing to have that empathic beauty around you, but it also means that you can be kind of used and abused by others because they are so self-centered, or even to the extent of being narcissistic, that they can take the beauty of the relationships that you have and the relationships that you're building and twist it, and the power that you give to these relationships, and just kind of morph it. And that's why you're communicating with this inner part of yourself and saying, what is it that I need to move me forward? Like, what is it that I need to call this love into my life, to have this beauty be a part of me, to, love each and every day, and to really express myself openly and honestly and beautifully. And so you're calling on the power of your throat chakra to speak your truth into existence, to listen to the truth of others, and to see if it's in alignment with who you are and what you want. And there's going to be a lot of communication done with you and around you during this time here, Libra, that has nothing to do with talking. Can be just sitting quietly in a room, and you learn a lot about people around you. You learn a lot about yourself through that. And then it brings you to your crown chakra, the I am presence. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am prosperous. I am bountiful. I am successful. Those are the words that you're speaking over yourself in blessing. But you also have to look at, and I know people don't like to, but we have to look at the words that we speak over ourselves in curses. The negativity, the way that we curse our existence, and the same breath as embracing it and blessing it. So it's, I'm successful, just not right now. I'm prosperous and I'm bountiful, but I'm still working on it. And so we take these blessings and we call them forward, and we also erase them, because it's always going to be in the future. It's always going to be another time, another day. I'm beautiful, but right now I'm just tired and overwhelmed, and there's too much on my plate, and I live in chaos. But I'm beautiful, right? I get to hold on to that. But you don't get to radiate with that as brilliantly as you could if there was peace around you, if there was true beauty within your soul. And so here you're looking at the things, and you're looking at the contradictions. And then every single day you start to crown yourself with the fact that I am enough. I am prosperous. I am bountiful. I am the extraordinary person I need to be. I am that balance that I'm calling into the world. And so you start to work on it. And even if it feels like it's lying to yourself, I have set on my phone to go off twice a day to tell me I am enough. And when I first started doing that, I thought, oh, what a bunch of bull. This is so silly. And it made me mad, because if I was enough, then all the dreams that I had, they didn't need to be, because I was enough, right? I was contented, and everything was chaotic and upsetting. And it was like, if this is enough, then I don't want to see, anything else, because this just isn't right. And I had to rage against that. I had to release that anger inside of me. I had to sing that song, which is what you're going to see here with the moon spirit. You have to sing the song that's in your heart. And sometimes it's going to be of rage and of disappointment and of anger and of upset and of, are you kidding me? Like, this is not what I want. And then as you name it, because it's going to be so important to you to name things. And it sounds so funny, but it is important. And I'm just getting this, from the Bible, and I think it's the second creation story in Genesis, because you first have men and women created in their image and likeness, and then you have man created, and then the animals created, and then woman created out of his rib, right? So when in the second story, or the second parable, when man is created, he then names everything. And that's his first act. And that's what we learn as children. We learn to name things. We learn to give order to our world. And so it makes sense to give order to ourselves, to sit there and name the emotions, and name the anger, but also the jubilance, and name the desires, but also the fears. And you're going to see that you have that song coming out of you, and it's connecting you with the world. It's connecting you with the deeper sense of self and the deeper spirit, and it's connecting you to your pack, your tribe, your clan, your understanding. There's something more out here that your soul is vibrating towards, and people are going to be answering it in the most odd of ways. It could be that you read something and it's like, oh wow, that was the inspiration I was missing. Or it could be that you talk to somebody on a forum, or you're connecting with something and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the missing jigsaw piece. Or you're listening to the radio and it's like, oh wow, that's the missing piece. And things start to kind of fall into place during this time because you're sending out your call. But be very mindful, because you're going to find with the power of your throat chakra here that what you communicate, you start to get back. So if you start to sing the song of hurt and of pain and of disappointment, you have to kind of protect yourself. Not kind of, you have to protect yourself against the hurt, the pain, and the disappointment that comes. There is a sense of naming and releasing that is going to be so important to you during this time. It's like, it's a sacred naming ceremony, but it's also going to be a sacred releasing ceremony that guides you to a greater understanding. And it starts to have you look at in your inward self, in your inner self. Look at the blessings that are illuminating your path, that are guiding you forward, that are, shaping your heart and moving your soul and having you look at things so differently, so profoundly, so intricately. And it's going to be part of your nature here to want to soar, to run. And you're also going to find that other people start taking, credit for everything that you've created, for everything that you've become. And there is a sense here of holding on to the truth of you, to sitting there and saying, well, this is what I've nourished within me. This is how I need to move forward. And nobody else gets to take that credit from me, or nobody else gets to claim this but me. And it connects you here. And you're going to find that you're very connected to your inner self at night. It's almost as if like the nighttime would be the best time to kind of journal, or to just sit in communion with yourself just quietly for a little bit and look at what you love. Look at the way that you are immersing yourself in the waters of your truth. Instead of here with the star in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, pours out the water. And the star is also the 17th card in the major arcana. And this is the 5th card. So it's kind of this baptism, there we go, baptism of understanding. You have this, fish right here, you have the bird here. It's being witnessed by nature. You're not pouring anything out into the world. You're submerging yourself into your spiritual understanding, into your greatest desire. And it's a cleansing, it's a Spirit is saying a mitzvah of truth, of beauty. You're washing away so much of the doubts and the fears and the anger, and you're embracing the blessings. And this is a very sacred time for you. It's just, even the words that Spirit is giving me, baptism, mitzvah, it's a celebration. It's a joy that's coming forward. And it's a sense of being able to have this blessing be an astounding part of you. And you're moving forward in the star of Venus. You're moving forward in love, and you're moving forward in blessings of the moon. So where the moon, the crescent moon, crowns you here with your voice and with the becoming, you see the evolution of self. And it can feel like the moon is your horns. And it can be your horns, definitely. The sense of blessings, the sense of, ancient and archaic crowning, where it was done with antlers. It was done with horns. And so here, you're having that power move you forward. And that's really connecting you very, very profoundly with your ancestors, with the beginning. And you're going to find yourself very drawn to the beginning. And it doesn't have to be of your ancestral line. Like, you don't have to sit there and go back in your genealogy. It can be the beginning of your story. And for a lot of you Libras, it's going to be the beginning of your story. It's like, this is the beginning of my truth. I see that I wax and I wane and I grow and I become and I understand. And then I retreat and I meditate. And that's going to be such a part of you during this time, to have this evolution, to have this understanding. And it leads you to the 5 of Earth. The 5 of Earth is feeling on the outside of wealth. And this card is for me, it's a little bit disturbing, just like the 5 of water. Like, they get to be a little disturbing here when you look at it. And I was just completely taken aback with the 5 of water, where you have the sense of, for me, the 5 of water is, the 5 of cups is looking at what isn't instead of what is. And here, instead of having the beautiful polar bears with her cups, you have the star of polar bear with its baby drowning and it only has one, and that child can't even keep its head above water, and it makes me astoundingly sad when we look at this and we have the hair protecting the entrance. We have the sickle here, and we have the bones and the babies, and there's a sense of, how do I move forward? Like, where is it that I get to be? What is it that I get to be blessed with? And there's just a profound sense of melancholy, going to cry, sorry, here, that has you questioning things, that has you looking at things and saying, how is it that I can nurture my future and the future of this earth and the future of the way that we move forward and the future of the love that I'm calling into my existence? And it becomes very emotional. It just really, really does. And the Five of Earth is feeling like it's just always going to be a battle. There's just always going to be an ending before you even get to the beginning. And that's not true. That's not true. You're calling wealth in. There's the way into, the bunny's little home. And you get to embrace that. The sickle doesn't get to kill the dreams. It gets to shape and it gets to transform. But the tools of man, the tools of society do not get to kill the dreams of the spirit of the heart. And also, hairs represent magic. In ancient Celtic times, they were a symbol of magic, of transformation, of becoming. And that's what you get to embrace here. This magic, this transformation, this becoming, as you embrace the priestess of your heart, as you sit there and you see beyond the veil of man, you see beyond the veil of this world, and you say, this is who I need to be, this is who I want to be, this is my truth, this is my understanding, this is my heart, my soul, myself, this is the moon in its full ripeness and glory, and this is me in my full ripeness and glory of life and of truth and of being and of wisdom. And it calls to you wishes coming forward. It calls to you, yes, struggles of the heart and of the spirit and of the soul, but of this determination to embrace, to transform, to become. And there is a sense here with the Nine of Water, like the blessings come in. And what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing the struggle. You're going to be seeing the fact that you're swimming upstream. And sometimes it feels so hard, and all you can think of is just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Don't give up. And the High Priestess is seeing beyond all that struggle, all that hardship, all that negativity, all that despair. And it's calling to you to say, just keep going, because wishes are granted. Beauty comes. You see the reason behind the riddle of the world. And it brings you to this place of profound and extreme gifts. It brings you to this place with the Ace of Earth and the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Fire coming forward, the Ace of Wands, where this earth starts bringing blessings to you. The Ace of Pentacles is the prosperity, is the abundance, is that the abundance cannot be contained. It has to come out. It has to grow. It has to become. And it's guided and it's healed and it's transformed by the fire of the earth, by the warmth of the soul, by the passion of the self. These are the seeds that you are given by divinity. And I don't, not to make this completely religious, but in the Bible where when the person is given, where this Lord hands out, or this king gives their servants coins, and one person, hides it under a rock, and another person, spends it or, invests it. And this is saying here, do not hide your gifts. Do not hide your gifts. Let them grow, let them become, nurture them, expand them, embrace them, share them, because they are the fire of your purpose and the brilliance of your soul. They are the transformative power of your existence. And it calls you forward in such a way where you're sitting here and you're looking at this earthly realm, Libra, and there's a part of you that's a little bit gobstopped. It's like, I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect to move forward this way. This isn't what I was thinking of. This isn't what I was planning. But the gifts come, and they come in the most unexpected and brilliant ways. And Spirit is saying here, use it. It's forging you. You have seen so much heartbreak, so much pain, so much disappointment, so much anger, so much upset. Yes, but you have been shaped so exquisitely for the blessings to come, for the beauty to guide you forward, for you to have a voice that would have been so one-dimensional if you hadn't experienced everything that you have experienced. And at times we don't know why. I mean, we just don't. We don't know why divinity sets us on this path. We don't know why the world is sometimes so complicated and hard and overwhelming. But we embrace the journey. It's like embrace the journey and know that the hardships, the things that forge us, the times that we are spent doubting and fearing and being overwhelmed, they're not for nothing. They're to give us this exquisite understanding that we would never have had before. And it leads us to our ancestral power. It leads us to the power of our DNA line. It leads us to the power of our truth. It leads us to looking at also our ancestral curses. And those are, those are rather dramatic words to speak and to say, well, how could a curse be a blessing? It's how have you been raised in negativity, in doubts, in other people's fears? And it has also been proven that if your line, okay, if your DNA line has gone through traumatic instances, traumatic parts and spans in history, it affects us. It makes us more anxious. It makes us quicker to react in fear than to react in joy. And though people have more closely to where they are today, that connection to that fear and to that anxiety, every single person in their line, if they go back far enough, has that trauma. And it's looking at what is holding us back within our ancestral power. But it's also looking at the way that our ancestors want us to rise above the fear, the doubt, the negativity that defined for too long, and to embrace the power of who we are. You might find yourself feeling astoundingly connected, especially to those who have passed that you know. And as you connect and as you commune with your ancestors, you commune with the power of your heart, you commune with the sacredness of your soul. It's like, this is my spirit, this is my understanding, this is what has made me. Because it has given me part of my DNA memory. It has given me part of my ancestral truth. And now I see myself rising, I see myself rising from the ashes, from all the hardship, all the pain, all the disappointment that my ancestors went through, that was out of their control. Because so much of our lives are out of our control, especially back in ancient times, back just in history. It's like things couldn't be changed. I look at it now, and I think if I was born, 100 years ago, which is a long time, but even 50 years ago, I wouldn't be able to see, I wouldn't be able to hear. It would be such a different world. And to think that our ancestors were born into that world where it was just their fate. And so here we're looking at things, and we're going to see in the public arena that there is such a sense of strength around you because you have the strength of millions. You have the strength of a line that runs so deep and so long that you could never trace it, because spiritually it's what's connecting you from this life, from past lives, as you move forward. And you're going to find that power around you, and it's moving you to say, there is hope. There is hope, and there is brilliance, and there is power, and there is truth, and you are embracing it. And it's not to see you starved and forgotten and wasting away. It's to say that, yes, things aren't fair, and we can't always control it. But there is power within you, and there is a right for you to live the beauty of your life, for you not to have your world polluted, and for you to embrace the power of your soul. And there's an exquisiteness here. But this is going to try and knock you off your path. Okay, this really is. This is going to be just a sense, and just know that there is such power behind you, but there is also such a sense of you're coming to the right path. You're embracing this power, this grace, this brilliance, and somebody or something is going to try and knock you off your truth, knock you from your grace. And it's saying here, don't let this horizon be taken from you. Don't let yourself not connect with your ancestors, with this sacredness, because you're going to see your path lit by the will of the wisp, by the power of the wind, by new horizons and new understandings and power and truth and beauty and brilliance. And you're going to see a new dawn coming that you hadn't expected, that you hadn't seen for yourself before. And it brings you to giving an offering to your ancestors, to the sacred power of your past, but also to the way that you have transformed. And it's almost as if you're looking at yourself as you have become, and you're looking at what you have let go of, or what has kind of died away from within you. And it can be the beauty that you saw, or the innocence that you had, or the naivety, or the sense that you thought that everybody was good. And now you're giving offerings, not only to your ancestors, not only to the people who walked this earth before you, but also you're giving offerings to what you have lost to become who you are. Because a lot of times it's very painful. The love that we have lost, the people that we have lost, the dreams that we have lost, and the way that life has been transformed. And you're going to see yourself giving offerings to the truth of your transformation and the power of who you now are. And you're going to feel your angels beside you. You're going to feel your ancestors beside you. You're going to see that your dreams are a part of you. And you're offering to the earth so much more than what you had ever imagined. And you start to see here the interconnectedness, the weavings that divinity has laid out far beyond your reasoning and before you were even born. And it brings you to this deeper understanding. So let's see here. Libra, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. And let's see the people that you need to be mindful of during this time, Libra. Who are the people that Libra needs to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Who are the people that Libra needs to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Who are the people that Libra needs to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Ooh, sorry, just give me one moment. Okay. So you have the Lord. This is Aries Energy, March 21st to April 19th. This is somebody who's trying to dictate your existence, your life, and yourself. And that's just not going to be what you need. You need to be free. You need to be you. You need to embrace and express yourself. And there's going to be a sense of feeling like, oh, this is taboo, or this is, not right, or there's something here where you're made to feel like it's wrong, but it's not. It's you. And you have to embrace you, your truth and your understanding. And it leads you here to then the Prince of Pentacles. This is somebody who moves very slowly, very, very, very carefully forward. And they're going to be like, well, it has to be this way. And you're going to sit there and be like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. I have to embrace my truth. And it's not going to be moving forward in the way that somebody else is comfortable with. It's moving forward in the comfort that you have within your life and yourself. And then you have here the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, once again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, this is somebody whose just energy vibration doesn't mesh with yours. You're going to try, but it's just not going to work. So just be mindful of that they have this way of moving forward. And it's cool for them, but it's just not going to be right for you. This is very much a time where you need to sing your own song. You need to connect with your own sacred energy, because you have the Lovers right here, which is Gemini energy, time frame May 21st to June 20th. You have the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Strength, which is strong Leo presence, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. You then have the Moon, strong Pisces energy, February 19th to March 20th. The Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have a negative Knight of Pentacles. You have a positive Knight of Pentacles right here. And you have the Eight of Swords. So, first of all, when you embrace your song and you see yourself running forward, you have to do so in love. Love for the shadow side of yourself, love for the side that is shown every day, love for your life, for who it is that you are, for where it is that you're headed. There is a sense here of needing to embrace love and needing love to guide you forward. Because as you do so, you have the Seven of Swords coming forward. You have the sense of when you come from love and you embrace the spiritual understanding and the connection with the waters of your truth, you know what battles to fight and when to let them go and to say, it's not my fight. That's not my arena. That's not the way I want to move forward. And so I am not. I am moving forward in my sacred truth, in my power, in my brilliance. And it brings you to the blessings of the heart coming forward, even though at times it feels like it takes just too long and it's too overwhelming. The Ace of Cups, you're going to see divinity has your blessings running over, a cleansing of the heart. It heightens your emotions. It can make you doubt yourself at times because it's like, well, isn't it supposed to feel happy to be embracing my truth and not to feel overwhelming or sad or, looking back at things with regrets? And it's saying here, embrace your love and let love guide you. Let divinity take your hand and lead you forward, because it brings you to your sun. It brings you to your joy. You connect with your sacred priestess of self. You connect with this truth, with the rhythm and the rhyme of the world, and it moves you forward in a blessing that can feel hard to accept or hard to embrace, because it feels at times emotionally like you're swimming upstream. But you embrace this truth, you embrace this brilliance, and the sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. So it illuminates your soul, it illuminates yourself, it calls you forward, and it brings you to embracing your passion, to embracing what you love, as you embrace the gifts of the earth, and as you embrace the gifts of your passion and of your soul and of yourself. It's like nothing and no one can stand in your way, because you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves. You're not afraid to go after what it is that makes your soul sing, that makes you connected with who it is that you are. And as you embrace this aspect and this passion and this fire of your soul, people are going to want to take you by eyes. People are going to want you to doubt yourself. Don't doubt the new dawn that's coming. Don't doubt the brilliance that's within. Because from the silence, but also from the fear, you start to see patterns arising. You start to see, things that feel out of your control start making more sense, start gaining a greater understanding, and you spread your wings and you start to fly. You start to move yourself forward. You start to see that the shadows, though they can be overwhelming, do not deny you the beauty of your truth. And you set sail. It's like you fly forward. You embrace wisdom and understanding and power and brilliance. And it brings you then to a defending of the prosperity as you move forward towards a new dawn, as the will of the wisps guide you, as what you once thought to be a trickster becomes a guide, becomes a greater understanding, becomes truth. And it leads you to a moving away from darkness and doubt and fears with the offering, looking at the way that you have felt trapped and saying to the earth and saying to divinity and saying to spirit, no longer will I be held back. No longer will I be denied my way forward, my brilliance of understanding, my truth of self. I break through the doubts and the fears of my mind, and I see myself guided forward in the spider web of understanding, in the connection of the earth that I hadn't seen before. And it brings you to your spirit guide animal cards. Libra, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And as you're set free, the crow spirit says, co-create with spirit. Let yourself soar. Let yourself know that spirit is creating with you this beautiful realm of truth, that it is also going to be sometimes unsavory, because we look at crows, and I was outside today and this crow cawed overhead, and it just made me startle, and it just kind of took me out of myself for just a moment. And that's going to be what spirit does to you as it's co-creating with you. It takes you out of yourself, and you look up and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't see that, or oh my gosh, that's the way I'm supposed to be headed. And it brings you to this beautiful collaboration, and it embraces with you The butterfly spirit, the transformation is beautiful. The transformation of spirit, of soul, of self becomes this beautiful becoming, this beautiful evolution. And it leads you then to the sense of the cow spirit. It says here, the miracles are endless. It's time to make time for the endless miracles that are around us. The miracle that starts with us waking up, the miracle of a good night's sleep, the miracle of people who love us, the miracle of the air that we breathe, and the heat or the air conditioning that we have, or just the breeze, that is around us. It's the little miracles that we sit there and we think, oh no, I'm only going to wait for the big ones. No, look at the everyday miracles, the food that fills your tummy, the blessings that are around you, the water that quenches your thirst. The miracles are endless, and you are part of that endless miracle. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the spider spirit, which is one of my favorite cards. It says, make your dreams real. Weave that web. See the world opening. And you see this through the offerings. If you see the lines that are on the earth that's coming from each tree, this spider web, this interconnectedness, this is such a part of you. And you're weaving together those dreams. You're almost seeing your ancestors as different trees that were planted into the earth of your being. And the way that your roots, the way that this energy is interconnected and guides you forward. And it becomes your web of truth. And people might not see it as beautiful, but you see it almost as your sacred grove. And it becomes a powerful way for you to move forward. And your subconscious person message is the King of Pentacles, the sense of power, the sense of prosperity, the sense of seeing the interconnectedness of things and the prosperous way that you lead yourself forward, that you become so much more than you expected. And this way that prosperity starts being breathed into your life and you sitting there and saying, this is my road, this is my truth, this is my power. And it brings you then to your subconscious chakra message, which is holistic health, which is the energy that grounds you, which is your genuine, truthful, powerful being that opens up the world to you, that heals you. And you also start listening to what your body wants, to what your spirit wants. And instead of looking for answers, quick fixes is what spirit is saying. You start finding the answers within through meditation, through, listening to your body, through looking at your mood. And it's like, oh, that's the answer. That's the healing. That's the power that is within my root chakra that I am bringing into the forefront of my being. It then moves you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Four of Earth, which is the standing stones of time and the prosperity that is around you. Beware the vampiric energy that tries to drain what is naturally and blessingly given to you and empowering you. It then leads you to your subconscious, to going deeper into your subconscious, and it leads you to the Knight of Cups. It leads you to taking this gift that divinity is giving you, that can bring forward tears, that can make things a little bit more sensitive as it clears out the hurts and the pains that we carry for far too long. And it brings blessings, it brings healing, but it also brings you to a place of being a defender of your heart and a knower of your soul. And it moves you forward in power, in grace, and in understanding. All right, Libra, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as strength comes through the healing power of the heart, through the grace and embrace of the soul's self, of your ancestral line, of all of Spirit's truth, of the army that is around you, that protects you, that guides you, and that brings you and leads you into a power you didn't think was yours, and lets you feel this protection that is so sacredly key to you conquering and living your dreams. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra.